Lakers making a change here. Minnesota with the ball. There's always a surprise, isn't there, Clark, in the offseason? Let's go back to 2022. That offseason, the Timberwolves going all in on Rudy Gobert.
Basically, Kevin, they traded 5 firsts plus a bunch of good players for Gobert. Was derided at the time, and I can understand why, but Rudy's defense has taken them to another level, and he's actually been a little better offensively than people thought he would be.
And slam dunk by Gobert.
Gobert maintaining balance through contact, remarkable concentration.
They grab their own miss to the middle, and the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by James.
Yeah, gets a finger on it, but just can't quite come up with the steal.
Clearly a careless pass. He got away with one there.
2 minutes remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
6 to shoot. A second chance effort.
Finney Smith gets those long arms up, and it seems impossible to get around them.
With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, briefly spoke with J.J. Redick, and we talked about the bruising big man, Julius Randle. He told me Julius sets the tone for them with his physicality. So we have to try and match that. We can't let him bully his way into the lane and get to his spots. We have to make him uncomfortable. Kevin?
Thank you, David. The shot's good from DiVincenzo.
And there's DiVincenzo with the quick trigger. And not give him any room defensively. You've got to eliminate his airspace.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
Timberwolves passing it around. Out to Edwards. Another shot. Here's Gobert. Back to DiVincenzo. From the arc. Vanderbilt with the rebound.
Well, he's got a great stroke. That one almost dropped.
No one near Doncic as he lets it fly. Off target from three-point range. 5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Snatched up. And there's Gobert putting it right back in.
Gobert so good around the rim. Had that shot back before the defense could do anything with it.
Doncic outside.
Get there.
And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. Tie game in Los Angeles. And we'll get the second quarter underway on the other side of this break.
9.
And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And taking a look at the Lakers' performance here, what have they been doing or not doing in the game?
You got to credit their defense. Communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
They've got them rattled. It's only the first quarter, and already they've made enough big plays on defense to last really an entire game.
The Lakers trail. And Clark, for the Lakers, their last 2 seasons ended in playoff losses to the Denver Nuggets.
And I tell you what, they fought hard both times, Kevin. The point differential was only 24 points over the 4 games in 2023 and just 11 points in 2024. LA actually led most of the 5-game series, but weren't able to advance.
And here is Los Angeles now, following the bucket by the Timberwolves. To the paint. Here's LeBron. And finished off by LeBron.
An ultra competitor in everything he does. LeBron doesn't go up just for the simple layup. He wants to throw it down.
Now here's DiVincenzo. He has 7. Now Gobert. Back to Edwards. The shot, no good. And here's James. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. Launches it. Rudy Gobert with the rebound. Timberwolves trail. Edwards, no good. Finney Smith with it. Hasn't made one yet. And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Now here's James. 5 points in the game. Count that one. James has got 4 points in the quarter. And, Greg, you think about what they call float game. Why does that one shot earn a nickname like that?
I mean, it's a badge of respect, right? The floaters, teardrops, whatever you call them, runners, often the finishing touch to an already well-developed offensive arsenal.
It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Kevin, Rudy Gobert has tied for the most Defensive Player of the Year awards all time, but he's challenging himself to do more offensively. He said it's all about just being okay with missing or making mistakes, freeing my mind and doing the things that I work on to get out of this shell that I was being put in. Kevin, back to you.
All right, David Aldridge, we thank you for that report. Here's Reeves, following the bucket by the Timberwolves. Screen by James. James slams it in.
You know, guys, I would call that methodical but explosive. You know, he waits for the opportunity and then boom, right to the rack.
Here's Edwards. Inside to the right side. McDaniels gets a wide open look. He nails it, and we're tied up. McDaniels got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Reeves outside. And he drives in, and the dunk to finish it off. Beauty.
And we've seen several lead changes tonight, neither team giving an inch.
Yeah, and the lead has changed hands, and it just hasn't stayed in those hands very long when it's changed. Back and forth we go.
Hits it from three-point range.
You know, what's so impressive to me is the defense is trying to make adjustments, but LeBron's making even quicker reads. That's his IQ at work.
And just over 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Gobert, and that's good. 6 points for Rudy Gobert.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
And here is Doncic. Pass to connect. Oh, good with the triple. And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Lakers lead by 3. Time now for the halftime break, with the third quarter soon to follow, right here on 2K Sports. We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Timberwolves trailed by 3. You know, Greg, when you look at the Timberwolves' history, the first round had been a problem for them, but not last year as they swept the Phoenix. Suns.
And you got to look at it as being a tremendous success, right? Because going into the season, I don't know that anyone thought they would have made it to the conference finals. But, boy, that young group gelled well together, and the sky's the limit for the future.
And, Clark, it's hard to compare Luka Doncic to any other player we've seen before.
I would certainly agree with that. Ditto to that, Kevin, because he is unique. His pace is never hurried. He never gets rattled. He complains to officials a little bit more than I'd like to see, but he's strong, he's got great touch and feel, and he scores at all three levels, and he's a brilliant passer.
Timberwolves passing it around. 6 on the shot clock. A 3 for DiVincenzo. The Lakers in the lead. Doncic outside. Doncic on the drive inside. Basket good. Doncic has got 8 points.
Capable of slicing his way to the basket. All Doncic needs is a sliver.
Up top, DiVincenzo. He's got 9. At the top of the key, Gobert. Back to DiVincenzo. Gets the jumper from the corner to fall. He's got 11.
Sweet shooting from DiVincenzo. Really comfortable getting that shot up quickly.
The 3 for Doncic. And Doncic with the triple.
Guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whomever he's facing.
The shot's good from DiVincenzo.
No question about it. DiVincenzo has found his rhythm tonight, making it look easy on offense.
Doncic outside. Fires for 3. Rebound, Minnesota.
Just enough coverage to bother that three-point attempt. And always a bit of risk on those long passes. Lucky the D couldn't come up with it there.
And he commits. The intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play.
The Lakers with the ball, following the bucket by the Timberwolves. The 3 for Doncic. And the Lakers get it back. Pass to Hachimura. Doncic feeling it out. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him.
Luka very intentional in what he's doing here. He understands he's going to get hit, but he's seeking out that contact and playing right through.
And you can never really count out these Los Angeles Lakers, Greg, can you?
No, I really don't think you can. They battle out of the play-in tournament. They overcome obstacles, and they have tremendous willpower.
Second team foul.
And really just a great play to sacrifice his body and take the charge.
Heads-up action there. Reading the play and then beating him to the spot. Well done.
Now, here's Doncic. He's got 14. Driving inside. And Doncic throws it down.
Big-time flush by Doncic. Man, this young fella really has a lot of game.
And he gets the bucket.
And, guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip.
Pass to Len. And the dunk by Len.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
You know, you look at it, the communication is lacking, as is the trust. They can ill afford those types of breakdowns. It won't work. You can't win with those kind of breakdowns.
Los Angeles leading by 6. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Now, here's Doncic. He's got 16. Clock at 6. Takes the 3. Connects from three-point range. And now a 9-point Laker lead. And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers in control with a 9-point lead to end the quarter. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight. And we'll be back with you shortly.
Come on, everyone.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this 4th period holds in store for us. Here's LeBron. Pass to Hachimura. LeBron outside. Back to Hachimura. 6 on the shot clock. Los Angeles needs to get off a shot here. Here's Finney Smith. And he can't extend the lead to double digits. Over in the corner, Edwards. With the crossover. Edwards at the rim.
Defense gets burned by Edwards' ball handling ability. I mean, this guy's athletic and can really move.
Here's James. And then jammed down as he goes right over Rudy Gobert.
And what an explosive finisher LeBron is, rocking the rim whenever he goes up like that.
Pass to Hayes. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance. At the line. Julius Randle picks one up.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
No question about it. I mean, a ton of contact and a good call by the official.
Both good from the line that time. A few possessions into the 4th quarter, just over a minute played. Here's DiVincenzo. Randle from outside. And it's Finney Smith with the rebound. Now James. Three-pointer. Los Angeles with another miss. Timberwolves trail by 11. Edwards inside. Can't hit that one. And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for Los Angeles. They lead by 11, the largest margin of the It's the home of the Celtics here in Boston as 2K Sports brings you today's action live. The excitement of the NBA is on the way. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Doris Burke. Also joining us from the sidelines, David Aldridge. Dort wide open. Misses the three.
You will not see this guy miss many of those. He's one of the keys to their floor. Spacing.
And there's the call on Chet Holmgren. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
Outside, Porzingis. We know these teams among the best defensive squads in the NBA. This figures to be a low-scoring affair.
But it should be an entertaining one, Kevin. And if you're a fan of high-intensity, high-energy defense, there's a lot to love about this matchup.
Now, here's Brown. After the miss from Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City.
Oh, an easy look, but he decides to be a crowd pleaser. I'm sure he's upset for attempting that one.
Assisted.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
To me, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
Brown's shot is good.
That three-point shooting sets up every aspect of Jaylen Brown's game. What a pretty shot.
And the way the Celtics can attack teams' doors with their 5-out set, it's impossible to fully defend it.
Kevin, there is so much space on the floor because they have shooters at every single position and guys who balance that shooting with an ability to get off the dribble drive. This is as good an offense as we've seen.
So it's the Celtics now. After Oklahoma City gets the three. Outside Holiday. And they're on the break. Nobody near Williams. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Kevin, thank you. Jalen Williams is a do-it-all dynamo for the Thunder. Coach Mark Daigneault said, we've cross-matched him onto centers. He'll shift them to a point guard. It's hard to explain how impactful that is for you. You have a great offensive player that you're also moving all over the lineup. Kevin?
D.A. the versatility. That is pretty special.
Look out below. Jaylen Brown off his feet in a hurry.
Now, Gilgeous-Alexander. Tries again. And it's good on the layup.
Well, that's SGA in a nutshell right there. Quickness, length, guile, finishing on the interior.
Brown wide open. He fires. No good on the three. Dort with the ball. Now guarded by Porzingis. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. 5 to shoot. To the middle. Porzingis with the steal. They're running. Gilgeous-Alexander with the steal. That one dropped for his second bucket. Mark him 2 for 4.
So smooth, so pretty off the dribble drive. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander doing work.
The three from Tatum. Dort grabs the miss. And here are the Thunder now. They've gone. A 10-2 run, not allowing much. And Derek White picks up the foul.
First team foul.
That's his first foul.
Substitution.
Boston making a switch here. Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Bucket is good.
And looking to get stronger, Holmgren fights through the bump. Tons of time for him to grow into that frame. The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be because he is so strong in the paint.
Williams can't get it to go. Got a piece of it. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And the buzzer beater's good.
One eye on the rim, one eye on the clock. Nice job.
Well, finishing quarter strong.
16.
And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown so far for the Thunder.
They're controlling the pace of this game, pushing the ball up court and getting good looks in early offense.
Boy, 9 times out of 10, that's going in. I'm sure he surprised himself with the miss.
Well, the ascension of Jalen Williams, Doris, has been swift and very fun to watch.
Oh, absolutely, Kevin. He became very quickly in his second season a number 2 option and, frankly, borderline 1A option. And it's not just his offensive game, Kevin. This guy has become a stout defender. He's got the perfect NBA frame, and he fits in personality-wise.
Clock is at 3. Lets it go with the 3. Boston again missing.
And even with good coverage defensively that time, he has confidence to drill the 3.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Personal foul. First team foul.
And so it looks like the Celtics will retain possession here.
Active hands from him as he's able to deflect that pass out of bounds.
Well, that's what you call a game of inches. They talk about it in football. We see it right there.
Nailed from three-point land. Pritchard's got himself on the board with 3 there.
Just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play.
Puts the move on. And Gilgeous-Alexander with the layup. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 8 points.
Well, let's remember that at 6'6", Shai Gilgeous-Alexander can more than handle himself near the cup.
And that's a foul called on Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. That's his first foul. And we're a little over a minute and a half into the second quarter of action. Poke loose. Back to White. Pass to Pritchard. You know, a trend that's been unmistakable, Greg, over the last few decades has been the number of positionless players.
Yeah, and I think that's a great thing, right? So many players now with diversity in their skill set, and there's no need to commit a player to a certain role just based on their size.
And that one misses. Doris, some great shooters on this Boston team, but at times, don't you think they settle from the perimeter?
Well, Kevin, obviously this is a coaching staff that puts a heavy emphasis on three-point shooting. They led the league in makes, they led the league in attempts. But obviously your 2 best players, Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown, with their size and athleticism and driving ability, you want to try to find the right balance. They do a great job of that.
The 3. The Thunder pull it in. Oh, he really broke up that transition opportunity. Looks like it'll be a transition tape foul. Greg, it seems like we always talk about Shai Gilgeous-Alexander's offensive side. But when it comes to deflections and steals, his defense, he's one of the best.
Yeah, his two-way ability is sometimes overlooked in the mainstream media. But people in the know how good of a defender he is.
Wide open. And the jumper is good. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 4 points in the quarter.
Boy, you respect the shot selection from Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, just taking what the defense gives him.
The 3 from Tatum. Tatum from 3.
How can you forget about him? I mean, he's not going to miss that open of a look.
Up top, Gilgeous-Alexander. He's got 10. Celtics trail by 9. 3-on-3. Pass to Tatum. And here's Holiday. The Celtics working the ball around now. Outside Tatum. From deep. And again, Boston with the triple.
The ability for Jason Tatum to be ready on the catch. Those opportunities make the game a little bit easier.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Here's Holmgren. Misses the layup. He had him with that bump fake. Celtics on offense. Only giving up 6 here in this quarter. Zingis high post. Rebound by Williams.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D. Allen's position, you can see the frustration on his face.
And so it's the Oklahoma City Thunder with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. They've been playing some inspired defense, giving up very few easy points. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. Here's Holiday. Still without a basket. Pass to Horford. And he uses the glass on the layup.
Well, there isn't a shot Al Horford cannot make, and on the interior, that's easy work for him.
Doris, do you think the Oklahoma City Thunder has the best young core in the NBA?
Well, they are absolutely loaded with talent, Kevin. Not only that, they fit together. Now they've got a perennial MVP because Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has inserted himself into the best player in the game conversation and a rising star in Chet Holmgren. Look out.
Here we are sizing up GA Jalen Williams, and his shooting has got to be his biggest strength.
Absolutely. He's great at spacing the floor for his teammates with his catch-and-shoot abilities, but he's equally gifted shooting off the dribble.
And the shot goes in from Kristaps Porzingis.
Well, the rise and fire in the in-between game. Kristaps Porzingis, very solid.
Inside, Holmgren. Rebound by the Celtics. Brown deciding where to go with it. Pass to Cornette. Williams with the steal. Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. Celtics coach Joe Mazzulla has talked about the two J's, Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum. He says they've been lumped together because they play a similar position, but they don't have to be similar. They've got to be able to express who they are and not constantly be compared to each other. They're not the same. Kevin?
Back, David, remember a couple years ago, there was some thought that maybe one would be traded. I'm glad they're still together. The Thunder leading by 4. And he takes the fantastic lead pass up strong for the slam.
You see the unselfishness right there. Brown wanting to keep his teammates involved. That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
Pass to Cornette. And out of bounds as the Thunder. Gain possession. 1:53 left to play in the third. Here's Holmgren. Goodbye, Porzingis. And Chet Holmgren's been a great player from day one, Doris. What do you like most about his game?
I don't know which aspect to pick. This guy is a great rim protector. He can shoot the basketball from three-point territory and with great range from three. But maybe my favorite aspect is the competitive toughness he brings on a nightly basis.
To the inside. Kornet. The shot's good. Making the play. Kornet's got 4 points this quarter.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
Outside, Dort. Holmgren in the corner. 4 on the clock. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. That's on Jaylen Brown. Well, DB, it didn't take long, did it, for Holmgren to live up to his draft status?
Holmgren, Kevin, was an immediate impact player on both ends of the floor. At his size, to be able to shoot with range and the rim protection he provides, it was absolutely worth the wait for his team. This young man has got a toughness that has shocked even me.
The Thunder leading by 4. Here's Hartenstein. And Mark Daigneault calls timeout. He's ready to talk things through with the team. GA, these Boston Celtics are unquestionably a top-tier offensive unit.
Stupendous shooting, excellent instincts with the ball. Yeah, they are a model offense in many ways, making it tough for many teams to keep up with.
In your tournament, Jason Tatum, Derek.
Third quarter action, and just under 3.5 minutes have gone. Right side, Gilgeous-Alexander. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. Outside, Tatum. Pass to Hauser. And Tatum driving. And slam dunk by Tatum.
But Jason Tatum worked hard, being comfortable in tight windows off the dribble drive. That was a nice-looking move.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Missed inside. 3 quarters of play in a close game here. Thunder lead by 2. And time.
The Thunder, 28.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. And here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He'll bring it up for Oklahoma City. Screen by Hartenstein. Down low. Tillman grabs the miss. Boston trailing. Here's Brown. And it's all evened up. And it's 7 points for Jaylen Brown.
Look, you can see their confidence growing. They have reason to believe.
What I love is the heart, the fire, the tenacity. This is absolutely fantastic.
It's Brown on the wing. Back to White to take the lead. The shot's good. Brown making the play. White's got the lead up to 3 now for the Celtics.
He's not always assertive on the catch, but Derek White, rise and fire from three-point, and it is on target.
Here's Hartenstein. The shot's good.
And that's about the worst defense I can imagine a team playing coming down the stretch.
You know, we've talked about execution offensively coming down the stretch. To me, it's as important defensively, and they didn't have it.
And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
That's an excellent decision. Playing in the pick and roll, just understanding where the windows are, delivers it right in the pocket.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
Well, credit him for going for it, not settling, saying, I'm going to attack.
Pass to Hauser. Brown outside. And the rebound goes to the Thunder.
2 minutes remaining in the game.
And he commits the intentional foul.
really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
The Celtics making a switch here to the paint. Here's Holmgren. And the layup's good off the glass. And the Thunder lead by 1.
Unflappable. I mean, no moment is too big for Holmgren. They needed that basket.
Down low is Porzingis. And the dunk by Porzingis.
Wow, Porzingis, no hesitation in the balance of the game. He delivers.
For those just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. To the inside. 5 on the clock. It's stolen by White. Holiday with it. Dort covering. Pass to Tatum. Shot clock at 6. By Holiday. Nobody around. It's good from beyond the arc.
Oh, you just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
To me, more often than not, when you attack, good things happen.
Outside Dort. Outside Gilgeous-Alexander.
Foul. Drew Holiday. Second personal foul. Second team foul. Shooting for Oklahoma City. Chet Holmgren taking 2 shots.
And that hurts as he doesn't get the first one to fall. Trying to focus now on the second.
And something to like about Holmgren is his ability to run the floor. A 7-footer who can get up the court in a hurry and get to the rim before the D gets set.
Guys are not going to be in any rush on this possession.
Not with the lead. Now's the time to burn some clock.
And there's the call on Lou Dort. That is his first foul of the game. 32 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Brown outside. Just 5 to shoot. And it's the Thunder with the ball. Here's Caruso. Yes!
We are talking about a 6'6" point guard. Shea has got a great view of the floor. What an easy pass.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
So the first one drops, and that ties the game up. And so both free throws good that time, and that puts him ahead.
And he's got such a smooth stroke, and it never changes, even in this kind of a high-pressure situation.